Namaskaram, my dear friends, I'm back again. I just visited the ashram recently and it got me thinking. I always have reasons as to why not. But basically, I thought about the reasons why I'm not staying in the ashram full time, despite having a place there. Could be excuses, could be valid reasons, but just I'm sharing, maybe some of you can relate. As what I have said, I have visited the ashram recently. And to be fair, at the beginning of the year, up to now, I've visited twice. More or less like a week long or just a little bit less. But how I wish I visited more than just 2 times in how many months in are we? January, February, March, April, May, 5. Oh my gosh, it's almost halfway through the year and I've only visited twice, but it's okay. That is what I'm capable of this year, as of the moment. To each their own. I set my pace. It's all okay. But like what I've mentioned, I have a place in the ashram that I don't get to visit as often as I wish. But I think it's okay, because this stupid brain of mine, this brain of mine, the thought of, basically it's my karma. The thought of, was it worth it to get the place in the ashram keeps coming back in my head. And I know it's something that I really need to work on. Because logically, the answer to that question, was it worth it? Just in a financial sense, was it worth it to get the place in the ashram? I think really not so much. Doing the math and all the calculation, how many times I've stayed there, it really was not quote unquote worth it. But the thing is, why do I have to keep on thinking if it was worth it or not? That shouldn't be a long-term resident in my head, right? But it is. And it's basically karma I need to work out. So I'm glad I got the place in the ashram because I need to work out this karma of mine where my brain keeps on thinking and calculating what I can get out from this life. It's so sad, but it's true. But yes, I know that decision is helping me sort out my messy brain and the messy self. But going back to the reasons why I can't stay in the ashram full time, the first reason is my home obligations. As a mother to a 4-year-old, she's gonna be 5 soon. I know I need to be present for her, be a mother to her, and provide for her best way I know how. And I know the ashram has a school, and I really wanted to send her there. But see, having a family is not just my decision that comes into account. Because if it was just me, I would send my daughter to Isha Homeschool, while Isha Day School in III, in a heartbeat. But that decision does not fit my family. I have to also consider and respect the wants and needs of my family. Because it's not just me. I'm not the sole decision maker of the family. And it's not about being right or this choice is right. Because in my head, sending my daughter to Isha Homeschool is definitely the right decision. But that's not necessarily the consensus right now in the family. And I really have to respect that. Because my family is also very important to me. Their well-being, how they feel, and the relationships that I have with them. It needs to be harmonious as it benefits the well-being of my daughter, my partner, and myself. So having a family is really tricky. But I really understand why Sadhguru calls it a sacred union. So that's one reason. Next reason is the obvious ones, financial reasons, oh my god. So hear me out. I know Sadhguru has said multiple occasions that we shouldn't really worry about our survival, but I do. I worry about it sometimes, and sometimes a lot. But to be fair, I have gotten better about it. I have gotten better because I worry less. Because I have a plan. And setting the plan actually stops me from worrying. Not just a solid plan, but also contingencies and maybe a contingency to the contingencies. Layers of it, like an onion. In one of Sadhguru's talk, he did say, if you want money in life, set an amount and stick to it. And once you set that amount, then you have to do what you said you were going to do. At least for me, I need to set that amount so I could do what I need to do in this life, not just hoarding money. So, just to share, the amount that I have set for myself and just my daughter, if I were to just provide for her solely, is 6 grand. I think 6 grand is enough for us to live comfortably and have some money on the side for travels and visits to the family and just, things that we need to do and experience this life to the fullest. And I think 6 grand allows us that extra capability to do what we may wish to do. Don't you think? And another plan that I have is to hopefully retire early in 9 years' time. Actually, it's 8 years and 10 months. So by then, I think I'd be more flexible And as what Sadhguru said, I will stick to this plan as I have already set an amount. And I have some certain criterias that, I can stick with. And I think I'll live comfortably and more flexible by then. 6 grand for me and my daughter within more or less 9 years. And I think we'll be set. Funny story though, when I was like 24 or 25, I actually set an amount for myself too. My amount was 3 grand. And to be fair, I think I stuck with the 3 grand because it's like 3 grand per person. So it'd be like 3 grand for me, then 3 grand for my daughter. But I didn't really take into account the no work part. Like I really wish to retire within 9 years where I could live off of what I have and what will be coming in without having to have a 9-to-5 job. When I was 24 and 25, I didn't think that far ahead of not having to work. I was just thinking about having 3 grand every month, even if I had to work. Poor planning. But as we grow older, we grow wiser. Wise, the word wise in this day and age has been used many ways, where sometimes the meaning is even the opposite of the real meaning of the word itself. Just like the word yoga. But yeah, when I didn't have my daughter then and my planning was still improving, I would say that was my first draft of a plan. I think I was onto something. And the third reason why is I think I still need to do the things that I need to do. Need being like the needs, like strong needs of my body, my mind, and my emotions. And I'm giving myself 9 years. Basically that same 9 years from now until I retire. And while waiting though, I'm not necessarily like curtailing my life. I just feel like I need to do these things because maybe in 9 years, it's like a different level. And I have to be prepared for that level. And I don't know what that level looks like. But I'm just preparing myself. Like in my head, once all the needs of the body, the mind, and the emotions are taken care of, then that could be the next level for me. So I've set out to do some more traveling, visit holy places, sacred spaces, visit family that I haven't seen in a while. I really want to study architecture. Hopefully I could do it within the 9 years time. Create an edible forest, like oh my gosh, the list goes on. But what I've really noticed though is when I have the need to do something, I have to do it. Because doing it actually like resolves something in me. As if something settles and the need will no longer be there. And if the need means I have to repeat some things, then I still repeat and do the cycle because I don't really notice my cycle until it's a cycle. So there's bound to be some repetition. And once the repetition is obvious, then I could identify that cycle and do something about it. Example of my cycles, which I think I've already shared some before, was the cycles of purchasing expensive handbags when I was younger. My gosh, that was a cycle. Posting like picture perfect photos of myself and the family and my travels on social media. Like, come on, what was the reason for that? Just to gather people's envy? Like, let's be honest, right? Also the cycles of me getting in shape just to have like a picture perfect bikini body. Like, oh my god, sometimes it's like, oh, embarrassing. But it's okay, we all have our faces. And I'm actually glad I did it because I needed to do it to get rid of the need and actually realizing that those things that I did, it wasn't it. It was not it. It was just entertainment. So the plan is to do all these things that I need to do. Within 9 years, I need to settle the needs of the mind, the body, and the emotions as much as I can. So hopefully by then, I'll be ready. Ready meaning I'm prepared now, but because of my obligations and worldly reasons, even if I'm prepared now, I have to do the best I can to be more prepared by then. And may the grace be with me and with all of you as well. Namaskaram. Grace is everywhere though. We just have to be receptive. See my paper flinging? But anyways, how about you guys? What are your guys' plans? How do you go about working out the needs of the mind, the body, and the emotions? And please do share as I enjoy reading your guys' comments and realizing all these things are so relatable that each one of us are just really one, just having different experiences in life. So yes, namaskar. Until next time, you guys. Bye. What's your plan?